Assalamu alaikum and welcome back everyone to chapter 01 of the Arduino series. In this video we'll cover the pins that we will frequently utilize throughout the course. These pins are the power pins, the input-output pins, the PWM pins, the analog input pins, and the serial communication pins. There are also irrelevant pins such as the ISCP pin. However, I will cover the pin and go in depth in the other pins such as the serial communication pins and the PMW pins in a follow-up video. Now, a lot of these pins are self-explanatory. We'll begin with the power pins. These pins, there are 4 different types of these pins that will be useful to us. To begin, we have the VIN pin. This pin is probably the least. This pin will be the least one that we will use. It is used for if you have an external source. Let's say your circuit requires 7 volts. The Arduino can only provide 2 options, 5 volts or 3.3 volts. Then you connect an external source to this pin. Whichever amount of voltage. I believe you can go only up to 10 volts. Next, you have the 5 volts. You've got 2 different pins for this. You've got the one that's first from the empty pin and fourth from the empty pin. Like it says, it only provides 5 volts. Next, we have the 3.3 volt. There's only one of this pin and works similar to the 5 voltage pin. However, it can only provide 3.3 volts. And the final pin that's under the power section is the ground pin. There are 3 different ground pins, 2 under the power section and 1 in the digital section. These pins are used just to ground your circuit. The next pins are the digital input-output pins. These pins are from 0 to 13. Some of these pins have their functions overlapping with other pins, such as the PWM pin and the serial communication pins. However, they can all normally act as digital input and output pins without any issue. The PWM pins are the pins that can be identified with the dash next to them. They are the 3, 5, 6, 9, 10, and 11. Simply put, these pins are the analog output pins. There are 6 in total. The analog input group is found on the bottom right. These pins are only used for analog input and will not work for any other sort of data. These pins are 6, ranging from A1 all the way till A5. The final pins that we will learn about are the serial communication pins. They are found on the top right corner. They are stated as 0 and 1. 0 being the receive serial communication pin and 1 being the transfer communication pin. They both have their individual lights on the Arduino board, indicating whether they have a successful connection or not.